Hello there, my mate Vince here, and in this video today we're going to be looking at a Hotpoint Aquarius TCFS93. So this is going to be a tea break fix. So pause the video, go get yourself a nice drink, and you can watch me struggle over the next 10-15 minutes. So the background is this Hotpoint has gone faulty yet again. It's taken over the dishwasher. I've got a dishwasher that used to always go faulty. That's behaved itself now for about a year and a half, maybe even 2 years. But this has taken over by something that keeps on going faulty. So basically on the 23rd of December, just before Christmas, my wife said it's heating up, but it's not spinning. And then my luck came in, and on the 24th, on Christmas Eve, the washing machine failed. Anyway, washing machine was easy. It was just a blocked up filter because some makeup pads or something had somehow, even though they're this big but they're thin, they'd worked their way down into the pump thing and it got blocked up. So that all got sorted, but not something I wanted to do on Christmas Eve late in the day. Anyway, this one here I managed to bodge up to get working, but I've ordered the correct part now. Basically, this pulley wheel here is constantly spinning, and I suppose maybe they're not the best quality things. If they were all made out of metal, maybe they would last longer. But the inside isn't really a proper ball bearing. Well, it's not a ball bearing, but it's acting as a bearing, and they wear along the shaft, and then it became all wobbly. And then I think what happened is the belt slipped off it. So it was heating up, the motor would be spinning, but this wasn't spinning. Now, I bodged it up by putting a biscuit tin on the inside. I just curled up a biscuit tin, so I kind of made my own inside again, but obviously it's just tin. It got a few more days while I ordered up this one over Christmas, and now it's failed again. Annoyingly though, it's failed solid, so I hope I haven't burnt out the motor. It's basically not turning at all now. So yeah, I suppose it depends on how long that motor was trying to turn for. I'm hoping it's going to be okay. Now, beforehand, the belt was actually intact. There was a bit of kind of rubber residue around the place where it had been rubbing, but the belt looks elastic enough. So I don't think I'm going to have to change the belt. But I got this kit here from eBay for $15.95. So let's pop it in and see if it starts working. Now, I have to stress I haven't got a proper socket set to do this, because there in my Rolls Royce, I'm going to be trying to do this with pliers and adjustable spanners and mole grips and stuff like that. So it's far from ideal. If you're doing this, just make sure you've got a socket set to do it. But I'm just going to try to struggle up and do it because my wife kind of needs this now, and I don't want to pay £12.50 to go to my dad's place for the Rolls Royce. Don't want to pay the ULEZ charge because it's just £12.50. So yeah, I'm going to struggle with pliers. So you are going to see the non-professional way of doing it. But let's get started and see if it can be fixed. So first thing I have to do is take off the sides and also the top as well. There's just a screw here, screws all the way down the back, and then there's going to be a screw here and a screw here. Most of the screws are still out from previously, so I've just put some screws in to hold it together. Now unfortunately this time of year it's near enough impossible to dry anything outside. There just doesn't seem to be any, it's just not warm enough. There's no warmth there. Interestingly though, I've been looking out and around my neighbours and stuff, I don't see any washing lines out. And it just made me think now, is it like a snobby thing? Is it seen as a bit of a, you know, a poorer thing to do? Obviously it's better for the environment and stuff, but is our washing lines seen as, do they spoil the appearance of one's garden? I've got 2 washing lines. Right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a look on Rightmove, and I'm going to look at some posh houses and see if they have washing lines up in the garden. Now, I already ran the vacuum cleaner around it last time, so it's going to be cleaner in here than what it was before. Basically, on these ones here, you pull them out and then you kind of push them back away from the front, and they, there's little clips at the bottom. When you put it in, you kind of go forward to lock it in, so to take them out, you push back a little bit. Right, this is the belt here. So I've still got plenty of tension in the belt. Let me show you what's happening down at the bottom. Now obviously it goes without saying, I am unplugged. Never work on something like this when it's plugged in. Anyway, this is the pulley here. And I can see that basically it's jammed up on that side there. That side there is jammed. Yeah? So it's, oh, and also it started wobbling again. So my biscuit tin fix didn't work very well, which I knew it wouldn't, but I thought I'd get a few more days than, I thought I'd get a bit longer than a few days, but I suppose there's no strength in tin, is there? Right, I am going to, let me try to get this belt off. So first of all, I'm going to undo these cables here, and hopefully that will give me a bit more room. And this lifts up. We're free. This comes out, and now we have a weird kind of, I don't really know what to call it, but you pinch it and it comes out. So it's something to keep. I'll show you when I take it out. It's something to keep this on the axle of the motor. So let's give that a squeeze and see if it comes out. That's stubborn. I'm going to call it a spring retaining clip. There we go. So it's one of these where you squeeze it here and you can see it gets, it opens it up and then it will go on there nice and tightly. Yeah. Right. This now needs to come off. So this is the fan, isn't it? As well as turning, this is the motor here. There we go. Excellent. Right, we can give that a nice clean. That's yeah, that's very dusty. This is the motor thing here. Now, can I take this off down this side? Well, do you know what? This gives me easy access now to here. So these are the, I need to undo a bolt here. I need to undo that bolt here. And there's another bolt just here. So I need to undo that one and that one. So obviously this is where you would need your socket set. When I take this one off, I can get the belt out the way. And I need to remember that the belt goes over here and under here. Okay, so if I lift that up now, can I get this pulley wheel, can I get the pulley out, the belt? No, it still seems hard to get out. Let's undo this one. Now I hope the motor's not been burnt out. I should have just got a new pulley wheel straight away. It's just that over Christmas everything's delayed by quite a bit. Okay, so now is that going to come out? Yes, that's out there. Right, so this is it. This is it here. So I had to undo the circlip here, and basically you can still see my biscuit tin inside. To be fair, oh no, it's broken. That's what's happened. Can you see the actual plastic broke here? So that's why it's gone so wobbly. So my biscuit tin managed to go okay, but the actual plastic axle here broke. So the tin, fair play to itself, held up, but it was only for a few days. But yeah, it started wobbling like that, and then the belt worked its way off over one of these grooves and got jammed in there. I hope now it's still going to be all right. I think it will be. Let's have a little look here when it goes up on the drum. So if I was to do that there, yeah, I think that will form itself again. Okay. If it goes, I have got a belt. It's just to take the belt off, I've got to undo more of the back of the machine and then put it round here. I think it's going to be a bit of a pain. I'm just wondering if I should. What do I have to undo? I think I've got to undo this thing here. Let's see how hard or easy it would be. The belt does look a little bit deformed. I'll see what it looks like in here. There might be some, you might need a special tool. Right, I wonder would I be able to pull that back on here, or is there going to be other things in the way? See, it looks like there's a circlip thing going right the way through it, and there's just a Torx screw. A split pin, sorry, split pin. Look. There's just a split pin that's bent round. So I might be able to sort that out. I don't even know if the new belt's going to fit, because I wanted it just for the pulley, so I didn't... It said it fits this one though, this model. Fits loads of different models. Let's leave that one there, and let's just pull that straight out. There we go. By rights, I'm sure you should probably be replacing them. Right, that comes off then. Now let me get a Torx bit and undo this. Right, I've got a Torx 20. Let's see if this is going to come undone. Yes. There we go. Now, okay, so this is the back of the drum, because I can hear the drum moving. But I'm going to have to undo all of this stuff to pull it back, aren't I? Right, I'm not going to get too involved, but I am going to see if I can at least get the top of the machine pulled back. Then I might be able to just hook the belt round, because there might not be any other obstacles in the way. Well, it's definitely a lot looser, but it seems to be caught more on this side round here. So I'm going to undo, I think I'm going to undo this one here. There we go. So you can see now the drum is actually loose. Yeah, I'm going to see if I can get the old belt off. Yes, I can. Yippee! Well, I'm just going to measure that against the new one and see if it looks roughly the same. Well, to me, I think that is going to be the same. So let's go with the nice new one. First of all, I'm just going to get it clear off this back bit. There's plenty of dust down here. There we go. Right, I just want to spin it all the right way. There we go. Right, well, if that belt's on now, I can put the back together now, because that belt is fully around the drum. So let's just get this back in its hole. There. Excellent. I thought the belt would be a lot harder to do. Right, black pipe goes on the inside, clear pipe on the outside here, but none of it makes a difference for me because it's piped directly into the drain. So I don't have to keep emptying out this top thing here, which makes it really, although it's a condenser and dryer, it's not a pain to use at all, purely because it's pumped into the drain there. Right, I'm going to put this thing back together here. Now, obviously I should be using a new one of these, but I haven't got one, so I'm just going to reuse what I've got here. Yeah, that goes in there to fill up that hole to make sure it's nice and central. Otherwise, it's not going to be spinning nicely, is it? Good job I spotted that. There we go. It's always best to take pictures when you take something apart because then you won't forget when it goes back together because you can just look at the pictures. There we go. Actually, that bent really nicely. I think that has bent well. It didn't feel like it was going to break. Right, that's back on it now, and the drum is now spinning. So I'm hoping that's back together okay. I think it is. So now we have to worry about what's going on down here. I'm just going to give everything a good hoover out because we've got a lot of dust and stuff. Right, so we've got the new little pulley wheel now. There we go. Well, I don't know about the quality of it. Do you know what? It looks like it's actually got a bearing in it, fair play. It's got a bearing in it, amazing. Thing is though, the bearing isn't going full width. If there was one like a skateboard wheel with a bearing this side and a bearing this side, then I would say that would last a long time. But there's just one bearing in the middle. So I'm thinking that this is going to end up wobbling and going, I'm thinking that's going to break quite easy because we've got all this width here, just on one little bearing in the middle. Not sure how long that's going to last. Anyway, it has to be better than this one because this one's wobbling all over the place. But I don't know if this is going to last as good as the original one. Oh, it's got a little hook. It's got a little hook that hooks into the motor. Well, that's interesting. This thing has a thing at the back, and then I just realised this one has as well. But this has been bent right the way in. It must have been with all the wobbling or something. Oh, that's nice. So it does actually, it goes into that part of the motor there. So you see this part here? There, just on top. It actually goes, it goes into it like that. So it kind of locks it into place. Now, although I'm not going to get the same leverage on that as I would do with a proper socket set, I think it's going to be okay. So now I have to try to get this. It's going to be hard. I've got to get this on top of that. On top of the pulley, haven't I? This one on here. Right, I suppose it's because this is a little bit, you know, kind of all bent up, isn't it, from the packaging? Wow! The way I did it before is I actually did it up here when the belt was round it. Let me try it this way first, but then I'd have to get it all the way around here. This belt looks far too small. I'm just going to make sure it's not fouling anywhere. Doesn't seem to be, but I think what it is it's bent in a lot of places. You know, like for example, we have, you know, it's not nice and straight. So I think we just need to stretch it. Come on, come on. Oh, yeah, when I put it hard, it does, it's not a million miles off. Oh my God. Let me try with the screwdriver. Bit of leverage. Oh, this is good. This is good. So now, if I can, how am I going to get this over here? Hope I don't break the pulley off. Pulley's under a lot of strain there, isn't it, with the belt as tight as it is, but I suppose the belt has to be tight. If I could just move it over here more. Let's move it right the way over here, and now try to do the same thing again. Come on, come on. I'm close, I'm close, I'm close. I'm very close, I'm very close. I don't want to get my fingers trapped in it. Come on, don't cut through the belt. Why won't you go over? Yes, 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 yes. If I can turn it. Oh no, no, no. It's gone like a guitar string. That pulley is under an immense amount of strain. I'm sure if you did these every day, you'd have a technique for getting these on really easy. I'm actually breaking a sweat. Well, the job was going very well up until now, so you've got to expect it to go a bit wrong, haven't you? Yes! Yes, it went on. I kind of lifted it and it just went. Right, now get into the middle. Get into the middle. Right, okay. I suppose it's going to find its middle anyway. It's going to find the place it's happy in. So I'd like to move it a couple along so it's not right on the very edge of this thing. There we go. That's one revolution in there. Not revolution, you know, one, like, not worm wheel, but you know what I mean. One bit in there and 2 bits in there. Right, well that must be centralised, because if we did it off centre, it's gonna end up centralising itself, isn't it? So if we were to put it over here, when it goes round, because it's grooved, it's going to put it back into the right one. Excellent. Well, that's a lot of pressure on that pulley wheel there, and especially, I suppose it's not spinning super fast though, is it? Right, let's get it back together. I'm hoping I haven't broken the motor with it being seized up, with the belt being stuck. Well, that really was a struggle. I mean, there was an awful lot of force there. If you got your finger trapped in between the belt and the pulley, oof, I'm sure it would swell up very, very nicely. I just need to put the rest back together now. It really is easy. I just need to put the fan back on, the spring retaining clip, and then put the little housing back on, put the wires in the correct place, make sure nothing's going to trap anywhere in the motor. I haven't undone any cable ties or anything, so this, as far as I know, is as factory. And then I just need to put on the sides and the top, and then we can turn it on to see if it's spinning, or is it just going to give some horrible hum noise where the motor's burnt out. Right, let's see if it's going to work again, or if it's going to go up in flames. Has the motor seized? I can turn it now, which is a good thing. On. Come on. Ready? Yes! It's spinning! There it goes. Results. Ah, the Hotpoint lives for another day, or probably 2, and then it will fail again. So that is it for this video. I hope you enjoyed your little tea break fix. Let's see, actually, has any heat been generated yet? Yes, I can feel heat as well. Oh, I'm so happy with that. Fantastic. So in this case then, it was just a mechanical failure on that old one there, but we changed the belt out just purely because it looks a little bit bent up here. But saying that, looking at the new one, it was bent all over the place for the packaging. So I'm actually going to keep that one there just in case the new one's inferior and it was to snap straight away. I'm sure it's not. I'm sure they all come out the same factory near enough. So yeah, very happy with that. I'm going to get my son to help me lift it back into place. And I will bid you farewell and hopefully see you very soon on another video. Thank you so much for watching.